Hello and welcome to Crosshatch Puzzles. We are back for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Tuesday, January 6, 2026, and today's construction is by Paul Coulter. It's a Tuesday, so we'll expect a early week, sort of relatively straightforward or fun, light theme, and some relatively easy early week fill. We can see a couple of circled squares in there, presumably to do with today's Tuesday theme. So let's get going for today, Tuesday, January 6th, 2026, a puzzle by Paul Coulter. Lieutenant Blank, communications officer on the original Star Trek. Was that Uhura? I think. Communications. Who was who? Does that work? Well, that certainly works for this. The U in UHF, I think, is ultra, isn't it? Pronoun pair, he, his, he, him, maybe? Amniocentesis targets. I have not a clue what that is. Ulcer, maybe? Blank to go, ready to go, maybe, meaning stoked. Allow to attack. Let. Maybe this isn't ready to go. Broke bread, 8, probably. This looks like it's going to be let at. So what is this? Rarin to go? I don't know. Uteri, maybe? Amniocentesis. That seems like amniotic fluid. That seems like maybe. A nickname for Rihanna is Riri. Oh, goodness gracious. With 59 across, this is beyond a doubt or a punny hint to the other 3 clues. Okay. Maybe it is rarin to go. The only person to have the opinion. Am I alone? Am I not? What if this was rarin to go? Let's look at some more. Letter between rho and tau. Sigma, I think. RST in the Greek alphabet, I think is what we want. NHL tiebreakers, overtimes. Epic that ends, such was the funeral of Hector, tamer of horses. I believe this is the Iliad. Certainly not the Odyssey. Prefix with liberal, probably neoliberal. Let's look at some downs. Penalty box in hockey lingo. Oh, it's been some time. Sin bin. That's right. If you commit the sin of, high sticking or whatever it is, elbowing, you get put in the sin bin. Okay. Also Rand's remark. I lost, maybe. Nobody actually says that, but amscray. Git, maybe. Gullet could be your maw, another word for mouth or swallowing device, anyway. One named Cuban-born designer who fashioned Nancy Reagan's red outfits. Not a clue. Thin paper. Is this what we make origami out of? I have a feeling this might be a Japanese word, but we'll see. Phoenix neighbor in Arizona, probably Tempe, Arizona. Slam and Sammy of baseball is Sammy Sosa. Tongue twister there. Online chats in brief. IMs, probably. Drug used to treat Parkinson's. No, I don't know. Tummy muscles, maybe your abs. Poet Teasdale, who won a Pulitzer for her volume Love Songs. That's Sarah Teasdale. Criticize harshly. To pan, maybe, as in a review. Dentist's directive. Open up, open wide. What? Toy that might walk the dog. That's a yo-yo. Walking the dog is a yo-yo trick. Keats creations. He was a famous odist. Unpleasant smells, probably odors here. Spicy sweet chili chip. Dorito. They have a sweet chili flavor, I think. Am I Norit? Okay, something's going on here. There's no two ways about it. Is that? No two ways about. Oh, this is the one we want here. No two ways about it. Ah, okay. No two ways about it. How does this work? Let's keep going. Its products often include wordless assembly instructions. IKEA, to some extent. I don't know. Forever and a day. Air like that? Forever? No. Forever and a day. Maybe an eon. Singer, dancer, actor Donny Osmond, perhaps, to some extent. Any, maybe? Contrast. What? Onion skin? Thin paper? Onion skin? Not a Japanese word after all. The only person to have a minority of one. I just completely misparsed this. Okay, a minority of one. Fine. Bread for a ham sandwich, rye. D&D, for example, an RPG, and a role-playing game. GQ or Cosmo, both short forms for names of magazines. Links numbers, probably pars. We're talking about links as in golf courses. Country in which men traditionally wear robes called dishdashas. Oman, I'm guessing. Burton of Star Trek TNG. There's another Star Trek clue. This is LeVar Burton, also of Reading Rainbow. Consider. To consider something is to... I don't know. Temporary state. Tire inflation measure, pounds per square inch. Bottom line question mark. Might be some pun there. One named supermodel with an I. Maybe it's not pounds per square inch. Contrast. Opposition, anyway, looks right. It comes to mind. An idea comes to mind. Fruity drink, an aid, a limeade or lemonade, orangeade. Dumb luck, you could say, is when something happens without you really doing anything to cause it. Something good happens. Finally, at last. Racial justice movement for short, Black Lives Matter, BLM. Ghosts, playwright Henrik Ibsen, the Norwegian playwright. That means you, I think, is what they want here. Daredevil's deed, maybe a stunt. Key known as option on a Mac is the Alt key. Succulents that soothe are aloes. What is this? Consider. Something's off. Muscle bone connectors. Would have wanted tendons, but not, I guess. It's got to be LeVar Burton. In short supply as energy. I don't know. Thing bound to end in failure. Looks like something situation, doesn't it? Au contraire. Not so, you might say. Drops. Drops. Omits, maybe? That sense of drops. Analyst, ex-quarterback Tony. Minute amounts, iotas. Tony Romo. Ceasefire is a truce. Tony Romo looks correct in the end. Exams for future docs are MCATs. We had this yesterday or maybe in the last Thursday's puzzle. Painter's plaster. I have no idea. Seriously? Oh my god. I guess this is gesso? Never heard of that, but it couldn't be anything else, I don't think. Search for water in a way. Search for water. Splendid serve, maybe an ace in tennis. Applied gently to dab. PD alert. An all points bulletin, maybe? This looks weird, though. Maybe not. Art, pioneered by ARP. I think Dada art, Dadaist art. For real, in modern slang, no cap. Thing bound to end in failure is a no-win situation. I see what's going on. To consider is to view as. To search for water, I still don't see that. Muscle bone connectors are sinews. Search for water. Contrast. To sit in opposition? Does that make sense? What does that make this? A temporary state, a pause? I don't. Bottom line. Aim? Temporary state. What else could this be? One named supermodel. Something's got to be off here, and I can't figure out what it is. In short supply as energy. That just doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense either. Search for water in a way. Oh, a temporary state is a phase. Okay. Bottom line is in short supply. I don't love these two B's at the end. I mean, but I don't see which one of these could be. I like Dada has to be right, no cap has to be right, and that lends itself to these three answers here. Bottom line, a hem of a skirt. Maybe this is Iman or something. Set in opposition. At a low ebb. At a like this. I'm still missing a letter. A low douse. Is that a thing? And then what? This would be Adolfo, I guess. And L-dopa. Let's see if this is right. Goodness gracious. Okay, I did manage to get it without having to go back, but I I'm going to have to look up Daus. I'm going to have to look up Iman. I'm going to have to look up L-Dopa and Adolfo. There's definitely a bunch of stuff in here that I just did not know. And I did eventually get phase, which I should know, and hem, but just, yeah, there were just some intersections of gaps of knowledge that really took some extra time today. So sorry about that. I hope that wasn't too much of a drag. But let's take a look at the theme anyway. I did manage to figure out what was going on there pretty quickly, though I didn't say it out loud. There's no two ways about it is a way of saying this is beyond a doubt. But what we have, the way that this manifests in the theme is like several layers of word play. You have no two ways. You have no forwards and backwards. No and then no and then on at the end. No two ways at the in both of these in all three of these highlighted entries, the theme entries. No and then later on, and then in the middle of that you have it, so that you have no two ways about, meaning on either side of it. No two ways about it is how Paul Coulter is interpreting that phrase and embodying them in these three theme entries. This one, the only person to have the opinion, a minority of one, no, it, on. This one, to contrast, is to set in opposition. Here we have no, it, and on. And then thing bound to end in failure, no win situation, no, it, and on. We have no two ways about it. Okay, a lot of explanation there. Otherwise, I don't know that there was, there's a couple of Star Trek clues, one TOS and one TNG, and that's fine. And we have another Greek alphabet clue here. We have a couple of sort of modern slangy things. We have I don't remember where they both were, but we have no cap here. Thought there was another one, but I don't remember it now. Succulence that soothe is a fun clue for aloes. All three of these theme entries have good clues. Well, at least these two do. Contrast is pretty normal here. What else? Bottom line. I've seen this before, but this kind of wording can mean a number of different things. And in this case, we're looking for the bottom line of a skirt. This is a little bit more creative for Oman than what we usually see. This is a different one for Henrik Ibsen than we usually see. Oh, here's the other sort of modernish, not that modern, but modernish slangy thing. So that is our puzzle for Tuesday, January 6th. A good construction by Paul Coulter that had me a little bit scratching my head towards the end there, but did manage to get through it after all. And I will post the results of my inquiries into those things I didn't know in the video description. Go and check those out if you are interested. But if you like this solve, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button. And thanks for joining me for today's solve on crosshatch puzzles. Cheers.